Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my 19th live streaming, and this live streaming is a bit personal. I feel like I need to make this episode today, this week. I was thinking if I should wait for another week just to simmer watching more stuff about my lifetime, all time idol Michael Jackson, but I didn't really wait. I was thinking I will talk about today. And again, it is quite personal feeling. It's not because I watched the movie. Actually, I did not watch the movie and I'm not intent to watch the movie. I have my own reason. The reason why I wanted to bring this up and talk about um my idol in this episode is because I was thinking how fascinating the age we're living right now, and then think back on this craziness I have in my head when I was a kid in China. How much I fell in love with the genius artist and how much it inspires me to until today when his music seems like being alive again, and how the social media made me realize so much changes, and the fact like how people see him, and then how that really affects the way we create things online. And then this all these things I've put a lot of thought into it, and I really wanted to talk about it in my channel because I think it's such an interesting topic to discuss right now. So first of all, oh, my date is wrong. It's May 13th. I will change it right now. May 13th. So, yeah. This is my real mood. So, when AI started, to be honest, my first thing to do is to meet Michael Jackson in AI with AI. I always wanted to have a picture with him, but it didn't really happen. There are actually a couple times I was thinking I will meet him one day, but it didn't really happen. But with the power of AI, with the technology, it make it happen. It's the first image I tried with like taking photo with some celebrity, and I put him like I made it into a short, and it actually gets like quite good view. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I was really thankful to have this technology to make my dream come true. If you wanted to see more of my personal experience feelings, I did write an article about him, but I'll have a brief conversation, brief interaction of how I felt when I was a kid. So I get a little emotional just to talk about it. So when I was in China, around middle school, I have friends came to the class and tell me, "Oh my God, yesterday I watched a music video of a man turning to sand, and it was really magical. I think you will love it because it's just so not normal." Think about that time. I don't know if you're born around the 80s. In my age, there are not many people, celebrities have music videos that or like movies, right? And I haven't watched anything that he made before. When I know him, that he's already this during the remember the time that age. It was around 1996, and I skipped it like Thriller, Beat It all this time. It wasn't. Those are the are not the music videos that make me fall in love with him. It was the remember the time, that period of time. It just when I watched that music video, I was not sure what I'm looking at, but I was just kind of drawn into it, and I just keep repeating. That time is already I think I'm playing with DVD. I was playing over and over and over again, and I started to dig into whatever he made. So when I was a kid, in my mind, he wasn't a human being. In my mind, he was more like a god, because I do feel like he doesn't have this gender. Like, I cannot tell if he's a woman or a man. I cannot tell how old he is. I literally can imagining he has parents. I was just thinking he doesn't have a parents. He doesn't have sister brothers. he doesn't have this normal human being life, because I think it's the magic that he made through all these music videos. And then that's the only thing I can know him, through his music videos and his cassette tape, his music. That's all I know. I don't even understand a word he's saying from all these songs because I don't understand any English. That's make another interesting fact. Like later, I want to talk about it. So, in my mind, he wasn't a human being. that's that's basically what I was thinking. I didn't even do announcement for today's video because I feel like this is such a like a private, like true feeling of how I feel about him. Like I want to share this every bit of the feeling. Then I also want to talk about if he's alive now today as a child star, how could that change his life? Anyway, so um where am I? So, yeah, another thing I did quite crazy when I think now is when I was kid, I have a pack of diaries that I write to him, tell him all the secrets, and then pray to him with all the problem I had, all of the secret I have, but in Chinese, not in English, because I don't speak English. And I write all this in another language and assume that he will understand, which I can't even explain what it is. It's just so pure magic that I don't know what make my mind go that way. And somehow I just feel like he is not just a star, like he understand. He will listen, he will be like make my wish come true somehow, and he will understand everything that I say, more than a friend, more than my parents. That's how I feel that moment. And then when I think about influencer, this name, like influence, there is no other person can have more influence than him. So if he's in the influencer age right now, what kind of influence can he make? It just really made me want to ask all these questions. um I don't know if you ever have certain kind of love or obsession with the one celebrity, but I heard from all my friends around me from when I was a kid till now, I heard a lot of people tell me that they never have that much obsession or love towards any celebrity. I don't know what quality of me that says about me, but I did have this craziness. But I think compared with a lot of crazy fans in the world, well, Michael Jackson's fan, I'm not really that much crazy. So if you have any, like, your experience, I love to hear from you. Like, please share with me if you have any kind of crazy celebrity stories, like obsessions. Please share. And so I find really happy that recently I also see a lot of places, like online and TikTok, people are sharing his fashion, his art, the presence, the music, the creativity, and unlike before, I feel like I see another side of him, because a long time ago when I was kid, all I can do is saving money for little, like one magazine every month, and I have to dig into the photos to find him because it's so hard to get the latest news about him. And then when the time I know him more, it's already, I'm pretty sure a lot of things are already outdated. So compared to social media right now, for the past probably couple weeks, the video I've watched him about him is more than probably whole year I've seen when I was a kid, right? Almost like that, because all the things I can hear, I know about him, is through this big media like newspaper or magazine. That's it. But now, because of social media, this is like it's completely different story. And nobody really talked about his fashion before, which is really just one big part of his creativity. And I was even not sure why people are not really into it before, but now everyone's talking about it. How creative he was, and then how like his style. Like he always know what he wanted, and he always know what he wanted to show to the world. How influential, what kind of magic he can do, including how he dressed himself, what kind of way he dance and everything. So I have this some kind of questions, a list of questions I was thinking to discuss with you guys, because I think with through this channel, if I just show how crazy I am with this celebrity in my mind, it's not gonna match my content. Again, as I don't call myself influencer, I do think I'm a content creator. But even though as a content creator who has 3K followers, I still care if my content matches my topic, which sometimes I don't like this. I wanted to talk whatever I feel passionate about and genuinely wanted to share. That's what I always like wanted to do. But at the same time, I feel like if he's alive today and he wanted to create, what kind of question will be pop up in his mind because of social media? Is he gonna be genuinely like love the fact that social media can reach to his fans, that he can directly talk to people, sharing about what's really inside his mind instead of get media to talk bad things about him and then give him a bad name, or the paparazzi always in front of his door, and then all these things. I want to talk about. I just wanted to use this platform to discuss. For example, if he was a child today, he started to perform at age 5. A lot of people probably know he was a genius. The way I'm not gonna play any of his video. It's not like I don't want to. It's all in my mind, and then I think it's on TikTok everywhere. If you're interested in him, please go take a look. And just on TikTok, you'll see tons of videos. If you're not interested in him, I think that's something that I can share in this chat in from this video, maybe make you feel a little bit interested, because I think it's really phenomenal at this moment to see a person can have that much effect on humans all around the world who doesn't even speak the language. I think that's a huge influence when there's no social media. How could that even happen? Like, it's not like I wanted to analyze his success story. I'm just from the point of view that I think it's interesting just to discuss the fascinating changes that we're experiencing right now. So when he started performing at age 5, in 2025, his parents would have a camera on him immediately. The TikTok, YouTube, family channel, that's what I can imagine. Brand deal by age 7, and he will probably do a lot of commercials, a lot of live streaming probably. And at that age, I don't think any kids will understand what they're doing, including himself. But I remember he was saying a lot about how he didn't, the big effect that he doesn't have a childhood and his father keep pushing him to perform. Yeah, he was indeed used by his family, but also because he was so genius and then people loved him. That's why he's keep playing. And when you see when he was a child, when he's performing, he was so talented. Like, though you can tell he's really into it, he's very happy to do it. And then the song he's playing, he's singing, like he's in it. He's not performing, he's not. In my mind, when he was a kid, he was just being himself. He was just so good at it. Would Motown have found him, or would he have gone viral first? I think he would definitely go viral first and then sign before anyone could protect him. We don't know who's gonna sign him, and he could have fallen into a trap somehow, as a lot of like child star did. I think Justin Bieber used to talk about how he was like Michael Jackson. Nobody really heard his like understand what he's talking about. So I'm happy now people start to discuss his childhood, and then there's a blacklist on TikTok right now with all the people have hurt him. Or you don't understand how happy I am when I see those blacklists, because like I want all these evil people go hell. Because like for me it's really it's really painful not to get understand somehow when you genuinely trust this person. You really think he didn't do anything wrong. There are way more evil people around the world doing something really bad, but nobody really notices it. So anyway, and he adored performing, he adored connecting with fans. So maybe going live every week would have been his dream, or turn into a nightmare. Like, will he really enjoying doing it? I'm not sure. That's also a question in my mind, that if you're that genius, like, would you have a lot of time offline that to practice, to keep, like, doing the things you love and not chasing the likes, not chasing these interactions all the time? How could it affect someone's creativity? That's also something I'm not sure, but I think it's really interesting when you think about, maybe when you're before social media, before influencer, this word even pop up, you are really passionate about doing something. Maybe you want to be a writer, and then you start to write. But when you write, you start to post things online, and then once you post things online, you start to waiting for the likes. If you're, even for myself, sometimes if I find this video is doing better than the other one, I feel like, should I keep going with that direction, because that kind of topic people like it. Then it's really hard not to. It's you just it's really hard to ignore the fact that, okay, I would just give up on that because I don't want to talk about it. Because somehow you are serving your audience. They're the people who are listening to you and then genuinely connecting with you. So say if he play a song that people like, particularly the music, and he live streaming about it, or he just post it and people have different opinion about it, 'cause that's what people do, because social media we have different opinions on everything. Will that affect his creativity, and then the direction of his next album, or the direction of the way he practice or dancing? I don't know. And would his parents have monetized him the same way? The Jackson family stories are very complicated, as you know. If you know him, you know. Um, in today's world, the dynamic will play out very publicly, very fast. So that could burn him out right away. Does he still have a chance to fire his own dad? Also not sure. And will he have had the Billie Eilish moment, or this grew up online but somehow protected her artistry? Or would Ogden have beaten him? There's just a lot of question in my mind about his success. But that's not another fascinating part is, before when I think about Michael Jackson, when I talk about Michael with other people, when before this whole wave started, nobody really talk about his success story. Now everywhere is about, people are talking about how he's manifest his all his stories. See, I think there's one video. It's not the whole thing. Just like there are a lot of TikTok videos, are people are screenshot all his little notes, manifest his life, and like, and then they're talking about it.
Limiting beliefs through identity work, through affirmation, universal laws, and I'm going to share exactly how he did this with you.
How to manifest like Michael Jackson. But don't you think it's so funny? What do you mean? I mean, how to manifest like him? There is a couple of things I think, in my opinion, He is manifest his life because he is very spiritual person. There's so many times I heard during his interview people asking why you're so genius, or like where the music come from. He always say that's from God. I didn't make the music. God made. And When I was a kid, when I hear those, the way he's saying things like that, I never really connecting that he's manifesting his success. I would just think he's such a humble person. It's right somehow that, genius people sometimes they have special talent that it's naturally show up. Like he said, a lot of music he made is actually just show up in his mind. But yes, of course, somehow he manifests that because when a lot of paparazzi start to attack him, I think there's somehow they have to write down all these affirmations to not make himself get lost. That's also important. And then another thing really important is we if you want to be creative, that's what I'm trying to do, and I think it's really hard for nowadays, is you need to give yourself space to receive. You need to give yourself space to listen to yourself. Even if you're a genius, you cannot occupy your mind 24/7 and then not giving yourself space to create. But I don't think it's easy to compare anyone to genius like him. But at the same time, I wonder if there's any kids are super genius in this world, but actually because of social media, all these tablets, the things that they watch online, that actually kills that genius. If they have enough time to play around, or if they have enough time to give themselves space to be the genius, maybe there will be more Michael Jackson. I don't know. That's also a question I have in mind that I feel like I need to share in here. Um, Another fun thing I need to I need to point out is like when I was a kid, I think a lot of people know that when you were listening his music, you're so attracted by the music itself, you kind of lost this, you don't understand, or you don't even try to understand the lyric. The other day, I find this music, this song, the lyric someone's sharing. I was so shocked because for all these years, I didn't even know this is the lyric.
If you can't beat the baby, then don't have a baby. And don't think baby, if you can't beat the baby, you'll be always trying to stop that dog from crying. Hustlers stealing lying, now baby slowly dying.
This is the music. I'm so shocked. I mean, I know the music in my heart, but I didn't even know the lyrics. Oh my god. What does that say about me? What does that say about his music? It's too powerful that we didn't even try to check the lyric because the music's too powerful. You just keep listening. There's so much I want to say and talk about, but I just think it's also very powerless. Like, why I'm here to talk about Michael Jackson? Why I'm even here to talk about it? Do I even need to have to talk about him? His music is already there. His power is already there. He's all these things, the success, everything is already there. Like, why do I even need to be here to talk? But there's so much fascinating factors happening right now make me wanted to bring this up. Would success still feel like a myth when you can see every step of someone's journey on social media? The rehearsals, the studio sessions, bad days, that the final product still feel like magic. Really, like, how do you feel about that? If I was thinking, if when I was a kid, if I watch him and then I can go on my little phone and then see every little video he create, the behind the scene, then no way I would think he's not human being. I will know he's a human being. He has his regular life. That will I still love him as much as I did before? I don't think so, but that was so interesting to think about. Like, that effect on my brain when I was a kid is really crazy. And so do you think mystery is part of what makes an artist like legendary, or can you be an open book, still be iconic? Which current artist do you think has that same mythical quality Michael had, or do you think nobody does? Like, please let me know in the comments if you have any idea or any share your own experience with me. Like I do feel like less people um start to talk about. Oh, did I see some comment here? Not this. No, not here. Um, sorry. I do think less people start to be crazy about celebrity because of social media, and then the gap between, like, you feel like you have the power to be influencer without having any talent. You just have to be who you are. Somehow you can be the celebrity just because who you are. That's also, for me, is fascinating, because you this mysterious gap is gone. And when people see celebrities online now, they start to analyze them. They start to share, like me, share my opinion about what I think about what I see. But instead of performing, the other day I was seeing an article about everything now is about performance. I do agree, because once you start to wanted to share something, wanted to show up in front of camera, it is somehow performance. But that's also something I wanted to avoid. I want to be genuinely sharing my honest opinion and the feeling about everything. Even there's just one or two person care what I talk about that connect with me, I'm really, really happy. I use this chance to observe what is happening in the world when technology happens, how that affect people's creativity, our mind, how that influence the way we think about the world in the future, and how we create through this period of time. Because right now I do feel a little drained with all this technology happening right now. And I do miss a little bit the time. Sounds a little old, but I do miss a little bit of time before, when everything still have this mysterious moment. Because when you go online, once you like something, then you start to get tons of things that people talk about the thing you like, about the person who did, and then about how to make it into your own success. Like, for example, like what I showed here, like people start to analyze, he manifest his success. But that point is not about how he manifests his success. It's more about how he practiced, how he was being the perfectionist. He was not giving up publishing all the songs that he recorded. There's only couple of like famous albums he made through all this career, all these years of creating. That's a perfectionist. But can we be this? That can anyone be this perfectionist right now? That, you know, when you make something, you just want to share that. The eager of being seen, the eager of performing in front of camera. We are the product of social media. I do think that as well. But can I give up on showing up in front of camera, talking about things or making things? I don't think I'm capable of doing it anymore, because I'm already into this system that I feel like I'm already losing that myth. What is a myth anymore? When you're thinking about maybe some celebrities or some artists that you really love, they still have this mystery. Like, for example, I thought Bjork was trying to be mysterious, and she's doing a lot of like read artists and music videos. But the other day I saw her was showing up at a DJ event and wearing some like really interesting outfit, and people started comment, oh, like she's being weird or things like that. It's just like that mysterious is gone. Even though she's doing nothing wrong, and she's still being Bjork, and she's still doing all the art that she wanted to do. It's not gonna be like, you know, when I was kid thinking about Michael Jackson, like he was the god, the angel, the divine. If he's still alive right now, we probably also don't think he's, you know, it's not the same feeling as because he already passed away. That's why all his stories, his success story, all this start to pop up. I love how that happens, but at the same time, I like have so many questions, and it make me think about what kind of age we're living right now. And also the technology phone. There's one thing when I was a kid, I always feel crazy about is when I see his concert and people are actually fainting, and all my friends tell me don't go to his concert because I will just pay the ticket and then faint. They really think I'll faint. Although I've never been to his concert, it's too far from me. But that moment I remember like people were telling me, all my friends said, please don't go because you will faint. Yeah, I will literally feel like nauseous. And when I think about even I just waiting to get the magazine and looking for this little photo of him every month in China, I was so nervous because I was crazy. That craziness is already gone, but that moment I was really crazy. But then I think about right now, if that moment everyone has phone as we do right now, will people still faint, you think, in his concert? Probably not. There's I think a new book coming up. I forgot to save that book. It's about how the phone, the technology make us change the way we experience concert like this. So everyone holds a phone, experience concert through the screen in real time. We're documenting instead of actually feeling. The question is, are we still capable of being taken over? Has the habit of recording replaced the ability to surrender? So to actually fall into, I, I can't, because I know every time I go to concert, a fashion show, whatever, I really want to document everything. That feeling is the eager of showing it on my Instagram account. Can that is like addictive feeling. And if I ever, even now, if I go to Michael Jackson concert, I would 100% pull up my phone and I will definitely wanting to share that with all my friends. It shows that I actually there. But then at the moment, I'm not really there 100%. At that time, people were thinking about the footage. They're not thinking about the phone because there is no phone. They're gone into the music, into him, into something bigger than themselves, because that's actually what concert's about. But now if you think about concert, it's all about phone recording. And then you post online, people say, oh yes, this person went to this concert, it's cool. Then right? So here's a flipping side. Maybe going viral is the new fainting. Maybe the way people share concert moment obsessively, watch it 1,000 times, send it to everyone they know, that is overwhelmed, but just expressed in a different way. So have you been to a concert and you feel like, I do not need this phone and I'm not gonna, maybe some people still do, but I feel like less people can actually do that. After this episode, I'm thinking in the future I will try to not put up my phone every single time when I see something amazing. I mean, like a concert or some immersive show, try to immerse myself in there 100% and just to notice the difference. And at the same time, when I'm creating things, maybe try not to think about, if I post this thing today, how many people are gonna like my thing? Like even with my live streaming topic, sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel stressed about, I need to figure out what's the topic I want to talk about next time. But with this one, I genuinely would just want to share my feeling, like overwhelming feeling of watching TikTok every day, 1,000 videos about Michael Jackson. I feel like I need to share this moment because I did see a shift of how people reacting to his music, and think about back 20 years ago. Actually, that was 30 years ago when I was obsessed with him, was 30 years ago. Now it's like, now how the change is happening, and I can see the gap, the difference, and it's fascinating. Yeah, that's why I wanted to share this. And oh, the last part, it's really personal. Like, I do not want to see the, I want to show you why I don't want to see the video, the movie. It's, first of all, I do not think his cousin looked like him. I just cannot I cannot put myself into like imagining that's him, because I have his image in my mind very deeply. I don't think he danced like him, similar. maybe 70%, but definitely not 100%. So I cannot really put myself in, like, completely surrender into this movie scene that I think that's him. Also, the one of the producer, the background is Sony for this movie, and they're the people he hated. They're the people exploited him. So I do not want them to make money. But that I didn't mean don't watch his movie. Please go if you want to. That's not something I wanted to stop you to doing. But it's just my personal feeling that I want to share with you guys here. And yeah, there's so much more I wanted to talk about. But I think with this channel, this is what I want to share. What else did I miss? Yes, I want to do one day, if that's something about virtual reality. Actually, I wanted to do virtual reality before to meet with Michael Jackson, but it didn't. The technology is just not there yet. But one day, with with AR glasses or VR and AI, I want to meet him. I don't know if that's something that technology can do one day, but I think so. I hope so. That's something I hope for the technology that happens, and it'll be so exciting. That's something I'm really looking forward to. That's why I love technology, and I think it is important to develop some magic like that to meet the people that you adore, and I'll share that in the future if that's actually happening. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here, listening my stories, my idol, and then this crazy experience I had, and my obsession for him. And if you have any comments, please share with me. If you like his music, please click like, and yeah, I mean, share why you like them. Not click like on my video, but more like sharing your thoughts. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.